Oh, goodness.
I've made that mistake too many times.
Well, I've got 6:30. If there's no objections, we'll get started. Before we do, though, I'd like to introduce our new attorney, Mr. Jonathan Lee from Harlan, and he'll be presiding in Mr. Boggs's place. So, and welcome.
Aboard.
Yes.
Glad to be here. Thank you.
So, if you would, Miss Bush, Leslie, if you would, please.
Okay. Dear Lord, dear gracious Heavenly Father, we ask that you be with us today, and we ask that you just let us all work with each other tonight, dear Lord, and let us just do everything that's just according to your will, and let us, dear Lord, just seek you first in every decision we make. And Lord, we ask you just to bless our town, bless our community, all the miners that's been laid off, dear God. We know that you're going to be in control of that, dear Lord. And Lord, we do ask that you be with us throughout the rest of this meeting. In Jesus' precious name, amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
See, we have a quorum. We'll have a roll call vote.
Bush,
Here.
Dixon,
Here.
Elliott,
Here.
Gilliam, Jarvis,
Here.
and Raleigh.
Here.
Okay, we're ready to go, and as you can see by the agenda, it's wide open. The first thing I would like to ask is we've got two honored guests here that we have invited to come tonight, so that we can give them a token of appreciation for what they've done for the city and the Tri-City area over the past years. And to do that, I've got a suggested motion here. Would want so that we can go ahead and attend to their business first, and then we can start with regular business. Would someone present that motion for a vote and approval by the council?
I make a motion at this time we recognize the outstanding contributions and efforts of Mr. Cleon, Cornett, and Mr. James Muggins, Bennett by reading the citations and presenting them with the commendations that we have previously approved. I make a motion.
Motion's made by David Dixon, seconded by Ron Jarvis. All those in favor so indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
The motion's carried. And so at this time, okay, thank you. We'll present the achievement awards and read the proclamations for those people. And the first is a proclamation to honor James Muggins Bennett for dedicated volunteer services to the citizens of the Tri-City area. Whereas James Muggins Bennett founded the Tri-City Empty Stocking Fund for the purpose of providing food, clothing, and Christmas gifts to underprivileged families, and whereas James Muggins Bennett provided individual effort, time, and expense to organize and bring together volunteers and contributors to ensure the successful outcome of each year's attempt to bring joy to deserving families and children, and whereas James Muggins Bennett, having provided oversight and leadership each year through unselfish devotion and compassion for children and needy families, is credited with ensuring the outstanding successes of which have been achieved over the past 32 years. It is hereby proclaimed by the Cumberland City Legislative Body and Chief Executive Officer that James Muggins Bennett has distinguished himself to be an outstanding citizen of superior character who is devoted to helping his fellow man in times of need. In recognition of James Muggins Bennett's achievements over the past decades, with unanimous consent of the Cumberland Legislative Body and Chief Executive Officer, James Muggins Bennett is presented with a key to the city of Cumberland as a token of our appreciation. If you don't mind, James, I'll come on out there.
Congratulations,
Your daughter's one, the number one. She's been
come
doing
out
it since
here.
she's at
I
home.
know, she loves doing
Lord,
it. She loves doing it.
it's like hers, what makes it go.
Right, that's right.
I'd like, there's the key to
Well.
the city of Cumberland, okay?
Okay, does that fit City Hall?
Yeah, you gotta be here, at 8 o'clock in the morning. You gotta open up
Start
for us.
Oh.
working.
8 a.m.
Well, 8 a.m., well, okay, as long as it's 8 a.m., that's all right. That's fine.
Oh, good.
Here comes the thing, shake your hand.
Yeah, that would be a good idea. Thank you, Jim, and thanks for all the effort and time that you
Yes,
put
thank
into
you
us
all.
people. We appreciate
Thank
it.
all you for.
We
Oh,
appreciate
well,
it.
I appreciate
I'm gonna, Carolyn, would you please read that for Mr. Cornett? And I'll stand down there and give him the key to the city when you finish.
Proclamation to recognize Cleon C. Cornett for dedication volunteer service to the city of Cumberland, Kentucky during the calendar year of 2012. Whereas Cleon Cornett has actively served as president of the Tri-City Heritage Development Corporation during the year 2012. Whereas Cleon Cornett has actively served as a facilitator, chairperson of the Veterans Memorial Development Committee, an organization and planning and development of the Veterans Memorial Park during the year of 2012. Whereas Cleon Cornett has actively served as a member of the Cumberland Council Commission during the year 2012. I'm going to start leaving just the years off. Whereas Cleon Cornett has actively served as the Cumberland Alcoholic Beverage Administration. Whereas Cleon Cornett has served as the chairman of the Tri-City Senior Citizens Operation Committee. Whereas Cleon Cornett has served as the chairperson of the Trail Town Development Committee. Whereas Cleon Cornett, being an active member of the Cumberland VFW Post 5171 during the year 2012, was actively involved in military veterans events as a member of the Funeral Honor Guard, posting flags on holidays and aiding veterans in obtaining information and benefits. It is hereby proclaimed by the Cumberland Legislative Body and City Executive Officer that Cleon C. Cornett has contributed valuable and significant effort as a volunteer towards progression and improvement of the City of Cumberland as well as the Tri-City area during 2012. His unselfish and demonstrated efforts will serve to inspire others to contribute toward the improvements of our community. It is further proclaimed in recognition of the volunteer service through the year of 2012, Cleon C. Cornett is selected as a 2012 Volunteer of the Year and is awarded the key to the City of Cumberland with the unanimous consent of the Cumberland Legislative Body and City Executive Officer on this 11th day of December 2012. In witness whereof I have hereunto set my hand and caused the corporate seal of the City of Cumberland to be affixed this 11th day of December 2012, Carl Hatfield. And I'm still sealing on there.
Good, if we'll put it on there. I've got to talk to the city clerk about that.
Okay?
Leon, if you would,
Ron,
please.
get that seat.
And you- Come on, you need to stand up.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Thank you for all the kind words. I can't hardly
You're
believe
so
that.
welcome, I'm telling you.
I don't believe that's me, do you? That's gotta be someone else.
Thank you, Cleon, for everything that you've done for the city.
Yeah, I'm
I
telling
would've.
you, I would
Thank you,
too.
Mayor.
I've been hitting the
Appreciate
floor.
it.
Thank each one of the council members. Thank you all so much.
You're so welcome.
I appreciate it a great deal. Once again, thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Robin.
You're welcome.
You probably have to do the typing.
I bring that back, make sure that seal got put on there.
Yeah, we will put that, and it was dated December the 11th, that's when we were going to do it, but something came up and we had, Okay, this is our first meeting of the new year, and I'd like to start off by repeating a question that I've heard a lot on TV about higher echelons of government, and that is, do you think we're in better shape now than we were in 2010 when most of you took office? I'll be real quick. I want to state some facts here that I've got records to substantiate. The first item is the amount of water we are producing has reduced from 22,958,000 gallons down to a higher number, 17,017,000 gallons. It's reduced by almost, in that one instance, about 6 million gallons. In the last 2-3 months, our sales rate has gone from 3,952 gallons per month down to, then the next October it was 4,312,000 gallons of water. In November, our sales was 6,551,000 gallons of water sold. We increased it by 2 million gallons a month there, and December it was 6,293,000 gallons there. Another increase of 2 million gallons of water what's been sold over the past 10 months, for the last 2 months. That's a big improvement for the city as far as expenses and income. Now, one other real factor that I thought was worthy of mention is our overtime pay at the end of year 2010. Overtime alone was $49,270.07. And at the same time our overtime was that high, our sick hourly rate was $11,103 and something a month for the year. And then the vacation hours was $27,757 for the year. Overall, for the entire year of 2010, before we took office, the total salaries, including the vacation and sick time, was $538,704. $538,704. Right now, at the end of this year, our vacation is the vacation, not the vacation, but the overtime is $11,000, a decrease in almost $30,000 in overtime alone. When you first took office, this is the water bills, the delinquent water counts on January 1st of 2011 or 2010. That's on when January the 1st, 2011. Our delinquent water bills was $86,216. This month, our delinquent water bills is $8,588.54. Now, we made steady progress, and we've improved in a lot of areas. At the same time, our infrastructure has been modified and repaired. We couldn't replace any of it. We just had to maintain it as the best we could. But so to answer the question I asked you, we are in much better shape than than we were in 2010 when Carolyn and Charles and David were here. The rest of you came on board later. But when you came on board, that's the differences in then and now. That's all, I just wanted to bring it up if there's any questions or anything. I've got the documents and everything to substantiate it. And let's see, I don't think we have any guest speakers. That'll be the next thing on the agenda. Okay, next item is reviewing the minutes. Now, personally speaking, again, I don't think anything should be on the minutes except completed actions. It's not, the law only requires actions completed to be listed in the minutes. But if at any time you want anything entered in the minutes, I would suggest you make a motion or have a resolution to do it.
You don't have to tell them what that's for.
And we gave you a little sheet of paper here, so that when you do make a motion, we'll write it down. You can make it exactly the way you want it. Then when we type it up in the minutes, it'll be completely accurate.
Is this something you're expecting us to do, or is this what?
If you want to make a motion.
This is ridiculous.
No,
It is ridiculous.
That's not required by
That is
law.
not required by any KRS.
It's up to.
No, it's not. I
It's
know.
up to you all to have
No,
the.
but
It is a
okay.
council meeting, Mayor.
No, I tell you,
I want to start the year out good, but you're already trying to control the council.
no, I'm not. I'm
Yes,
trying to
you are.
help
You're trying to
council.
tell us how to
I'm
do
trying to
things.
help council.
No.
We make too many mistakes in transcribing what we sit out here and say. Now, I will not sit in there and try to decipher what you've all
You are
said.
not supposed to be deciding.
And I won't ask-
Robin is the clerk.
I won't ask her to sit in there and try to determine,
There's no
decipher.
deciphering to it. I listened to a tape for 4 hours one time to get the minutes correct. They are
It's
not
up to
being
you all to
corrected yet.
keep the minutes, not us.
Okay, would it be all right if we put everything in the minutes in? Not try to determine what you want in the minutes, because you sit out here. Now I know what would be important and but you might not think that would be important enough to put in it, or you might think something that should be put in that I didn't put in. Same thing with Robin.
Why
if
are
she-
you saying I put in? It's Robin that's supposed to be doing these minutes. That is her job.
Right,
That's
you're
her
right.
job.
That's
She
true.
is supposed
Yeah.
to cipher those the
Yeah.
next day, type them up.
Well, that's
That's
true,
simple,
but as the mayor, I'm only concerned about actions completed. That as long as she puts that in there, I'm completely satisfied.
Well, we are the council and we have a right to add to the council minutes.
Okay? But see, the KRS determines what I can do. Now, I think David's got a copy of a municipal order that you can tell us what you want put in the minutes every
Mayor,
time.
how long has this city been going on?
And we've never had this, do
We
this
have never
ever.
had this problem until now.
Ever.
No administration has ever had this problem
Okay.
until now, have they, Robin? Robin, answer.
We've had a mess with minutes.
But you always correct them. I'm not saying now, I'm saying they have been corrected.
Has anybody ever had to fill out one of these forms to?
No, but
It's a waste of paper.
Well,
It's
it's
a
really
waste
what,
of paper,
yeah.
it's a waste of the
Well,
citizens'
Well,
taxes.
my thing would be is we're already here 3 hours for a regular council meeting, and if we stop to fill one of these out for every motion we make, we're gonna be here even
Well,
longer
you
than
could
that,
actually
so.
think about it and bring it with you, you know.
That
But,
paper's worthless.
well,
That's
Yeah.
extra paper, the citizens are paying taxes for us to waste this garbage like this, right here. Throw it in the garbage afterwards, no.
okay, well,
That's ridiculous.
If everything is in the minutes, then none of this would have to be
Right.
rectified right now.
Right.
no, that's right.
So, let's say, put everything in the minutes. Sure. That's the way it should be.
That,
I'd rather
okay,
have
everything, that's
everything
fine with me.
that's
Put it
fine.
in,
That-
and if there's any controversy or after that, then we'll hash it out.
You'll have,
That's right.
we'll come out, you'll have 8 or 9 pages of minutes, and, because we'll put everything in there, 'Cause we can
Even
take-
8 or 9 pages of minutes is a whole lot better than I saw filling one of these out every time.
Well, you still have to
3
make,
hours. I like, that's a good idea.
but you still need to make motions and things, you know. If a resolution, a motion, or proclamations and things of that
We
nature.
always
We do
make a
make
motion,
motions.
but we shouldn't have to document it. Robin has it down. She takes notes. She
Okay.
has a tape.
And she does. I see her, she takes notes all
Well,
the time
And even I said in the audience before I even got on council, and I thought that you all decided to get her a digital something instead of that.
We did. We voted.
I mean, I remember that,
I do
because that
digital recorder,
thing is
which would
gonna.
save her a lot of
Yeah.
time. And she
I don't-
could actually
yeah.
set the
I don't even know.
headphones on and
yeah.
listen to it without being
I don't know where you
distracted.
can even buy tapes at anymore. I've
can't
not seen
archive
tapes in
No.
forever.
We
Yeah.
voted on that months ago.
Like I say, I can remember even sitting in the audience and you all decided that she needed a new recorder, so, yeah.
I think you do
That's-
need one, don't you, Rob?
Okay.
She said
It'd be
months ago
helpful,
she
wouldn't
did.
it? Those things aren't that expensive, I
Would
don't
you mind
think.
making a motion to how you want them done then? So that we'll have something to go by, okay?
Such as.
You want 'em all?
How we want them?
You want them all in there?
We have to have them all to be accurate.
Okay. Okay.
I'll make a motion that we have everything in the minutes.
I second the motion.
That's the only way it's trying to separate what you all want in there and what we want, you know.
This way there'll be no,
That's exactly right.
it'll all be,
Yeah.
the whole meeting will be documented and they won't have to sit here and,
But you gotta understand what the minutes are used for too.
The
It's-
minutes are a record.
That's the way the council speaks to the administration of the city, and they're important.
and I do suggest you get a new digital recorder
Yeah.
so that
Yeah,
it'll
we
be much
voted on
clearer.
that months ago.
It'll be
One
much
of
clearer and
these
easy
will-
heard, and she can actually
Yeah.
probably even, they plug into your computer now, if I'm not wrong. I'm not so savvy on
This one will do it. We can just plug that in, and you got everything that's said and done here tonight.
That's
I
the
got
way
one
we
right
do
here.
it, I do mine.
Yeah.
You can hear any place in this building.
Clear as a bell.
with it.
Same thing,
One
yeah.
of them back there is whispering, I can hear everything they say.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, we got it, got a motion on the floor by Ron Jarvis.
Charles made the motion.
Yeah,
Charles made it,
Yeah.
Charles,
Charles
okay.
made it, and
But it
they
was
seconded
Ron's
it.
idea.
Yeah, it was his idea.
Yeah, his idea.
Motion made by Charles Raleigh to actually verbatim, right?
Yes.
Make verbatim copies of everything said at the council meeting. And it's seconded by David
Second.
Dixon.
Got
We'll use consensual vote of approval. All those in favor so indicate by saying aye.
Ah,
Opposed? Nay, okay. Motion's carried. Okay, next item on the agenda is financial statement.
We haven't finished.
we haven't
Okay,
done anything
okay.
with these yet.
Okay,
Let's see what minutes we've got.
I'm on December the 11th minutes, and the minutes I received in my box left out a motion after the special session, closed session, executive session. I made a motion to re-enter the regular session, and it was seconded by Leslie Bush, and all were in favor.
Or is it the-
Yeah, that's it. That's what they-
I don't think you need a motion to go back. You just restart. We recessed for an executive session. So
But
you
I
go.
actually made a
Made a
motion, and
motion.
Leslie seconded it, so it
Okay.
needs in the minute.
Put that in,
No
okay.
notes.
That would be the 2, 3, 4. We go at the end of the fourth paragraph. Third paragraph.
Third, yeah.
Third. That's kind of that first.
Don't
part.
confuse
That's
me.
kind of that first part of the
Don't
paragraph.
confuse me. Oh, goodness.
Then in the fourth paragraph on that page, this is a suggestion. I don't know if anyone else feels the same as I do, but Carolyn Elloitt made a motion to approve the minutes for November 13th with corrections that she provided. I feel like the minutes should reflect the corrections she provided, because we don't know what those corrections
Yeah, I
were.
put a copy of those in your box. I did do that. Because y'all went ahead and approved them that night. There was 2 sets we done changes on. The one was part where Leslie got riddled.
I seen
with the
that.
Garbage truck. We underlined it. And then the one with Carolyn's too.
Thought there was more that Carolyn wanted changed in that.
Well,
one. Added way more than that.
I think so.
I'm still hoping it's out September the 11th, 2012.
Yeah, we never approved those.
No, we didn't approve those.
I said we never
Yeah.
approved
No,
them.
Yeah.
And I want those approved tonight. I want those corrected tonight.
So,
you got that?
May I ask a question? How come they weren't approved?
Because they weren't corrected.
They weren't corrected.
Oh, okay.
They were only picking out, there's only certain things that we felt were important, and we thought other things
See,
were important as well.
Yeah.
Carolyn made a copy of her corrections and
Yeah,
we
because this
never
goes
received them.
as record, once it's recorded, this is actually the record of what we did for the citizens. And if it's not in there, then it could easily later on be overlooked and say, well, it's not in the minutes, so it didn't happen.
Is there some reason that we don't have September 11th, 2012 yet?
Forgot about this change.
I saw
I
that.
can't answer that.
What did I write that down? It was wrong, is that what you got?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was wrong. And I'll need something to do something.
And then Charles said, wanted to make sure he had contractors have
Yes, I had all that too.
proper
And we were
certification.
gonna have that in our box by the next meeting.
And I,
You got it?
yeah, and I said I
I don't know
wanted
what
the
to
department
think.
heads to be here, a report.
Did you, what were the changes to the September 11 meeting?
Well, I'm having problems getting this one rectified. This is the one that had the resolution in 392, I believe.
Okay.
I don't know, have these minutes been, are these minutes in the minute book already, or, and is this resolution in the resolution book already, Robin?
Mm-hmm.
Well, would you please go get those for us?
I finally took that stuff out.
Would you like to? And that's the reason I wanna know if they're already in the book, because they are here. Proof that shouldn't be in the book already.
Well, there's another set we didn't approve either.
We fixed one.
We fixed two last time.
We
I
never
think we fixed
approved
two.
these. Do we approve these?
Which one's that one?
September 13th.
We did two last time.
Yeah.
October,
We did two.
we did October the 4th. We never done October the 9th either.
What was the
Yeah,
resolution?
we've still not approved, September 11th, 13th, and the 9th.
What was the
Still not approved.
resolution?
I've got 392 here, I hope that's what. I don't know if it is or not, we were talking about it.
Glad I keep everything. I'm not be organized. You can guarantee I got it somewhere.
You got it.
I got minutes at
What
home
is
for
392?
one meeting, it's like 25 pages.
Read it to me,
To
Robin.
file the City of Cumberland, Kentucky hereby orders to file an application to the USDA Rural Development for funding under the Water and Wastewater Program for fiscal year 2013. Said application is approved by this legislative body for the following projects: water system improvements. The City of Cumberland, Kentucky additionally authorized Carl Hatfield in his capacity as mayor to review and sign the necessary documents that may be
That's
required.
wrong
not it.
one.
It's in the
No.
book, and we did not vote on it.
Nope.
We disapproved that one.
Okay.
We voted on it that night, that should have never been signed.
We voted,
Because when that
actually,
was gave
Parker
to us,
said
it
we
was
would
not
get the
signed.
correction
Yeah,
made on
that's
it.
when Parker was even here, yeah,
Yeah.
and said it needed, yeah.
He said it
Should
needed
say
to be
the city of
reworded.
Cumberland
Should be said.
additionally authorized the mayor to review and sign the necessary documents that may be required for said application.
Is that the,
Do you have the minutes?
The grants
Good.
only, not any
I get it.
contracts.
what, this is the one we wanted changed, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
To
This is
mayor.
the one that should have been changed prior to being signed. It is
Yeah.
in the book, it is signed. It should never have. That's my thing. Because when that was gave to us, it was not signed, but since then, and we have not approved these minutes, and it's been signed.
Okay, you wanna, here's the one that's changed, okay? And the change was to remove the name Carl Hatfield.
No, that
And
it
there was
was,
more changes.
That was more than that.
it was actually, the way it read was actually giving you permission to sign contracts with Monarch Engineering, I believe it was.
No, not with Monarch Engineering, to do the application forms and files that comes
Just for the
down.
grant.
Just for the grant, yeah. Not to
Not any
approve,
contract.
not no contract. Every contract, like I said then, comes across this desk right here.
I've been on this.
It's just to complete the application papers, that's all this pertains to.
Or the minutes.
Okay, we make a motion
Are the
to,
minutes for September 11, 2012 in the book? They are.
no, they're not. I tell you what, we need a motion to rescind resolution number 392.
Mayor, that was my
We made a
complaint
motion.
before. We should not have to rescind something we did not vote on.
We
It was
voted
not
on the right
signed
one.
that night at the meeting.
We can't,
We can't rescind something we didn't even vote for.
But at the meeting, I believe we changed it
No.
to authorize the mayor to review and sign the necessary
We changed more
documents.
than
Huh?
that. You changed the mayor part. We changed more than that.
you have what we changed.
That's a new one.
Well, it's the
I
same
remember
copy I
Logan
gave
said
Robin
it's
that
okay.
night.
Yeah, I
So we
remember
go
I need
back.
a
doing
copy of
that.
that.
And you've got a copy of it.
No, I need a copy of that.
Again.
Okay.
So when did we do? I'm sorry, I didn't want to
It's all right, I'll just reach over if you don't mind.
My page.
Let me go back. You're fine, you're fine. I was rude because I was right up in the middle.
We need
The walkway. I just, I ain't got enough room.
See what they got up
I ain't got
there.
enough room.
I need a whole desk. Funds spread
So
out.
where's that? And it wasn't right.
Yeah.
You're fine.
Should be able to see who I'm talking to too. I feel like
Alrighty, let's see. So we have been able to talk about the
It's all right, I heard that. It's a bad New Year's Eve.
Now, all that stuff down the bottom, you can tell this is just my notes for other stuff. Well, I want to know if that resolution has been turned in to anybody. Until I questioned it tonight, that was in the book as public record.
Has it already been
And
turned
it's
into
not
the
so.
agency
So
that
has that
way?
been gave to anybody?
What, the
Turned in with
resolution?
any papers or anything?
We
Because-
filed all the applications to go ahead with the grants and things.
Did a copy of that resolution go in with the filing?
I'd
Which
say it would,
one?
yeah.
Well, it should not have because we didn't vote on it.
Can I say something?
You need
No,
to, you need to,
no.
what you need to do is send a new copy of,
No, what we'll need to do is rescind this ordinance here that's what you say is invalid and void, okay? We need to rescind that ordinance, that resolution, and make a new resolution to make the changes that you want changed. Or you can adopt the resolution as it's written and let it go the way it
we
is.
voted on our changes that we wanted on September the 11th.
yeah. We voted for the
Parker
changes.
lined it out and
Yeah,
everything
sure
and gave
did.
it to Rob.
Yeah.
He actually took it in his hand and went through there, marked out what we wanted done, and gave it back to you to be retyped.
Well,
Because we made sure our attorney did it, so we would have it exactly how. it
Mr.
was
Lee,
written.
I know you're new here.
Right. Parker would remember it or have it in his notes, I'm sure.
Okay, it's,
I have some files that have been given to me. Obviously, I've not had time to go through those.
Right.
I received them today.
But it should pertain to that resolution 392.
392, September the 11th.
That may help you, find it.
This is the fourth month that I've tried to get this corrected. 4 months.
So we should probably just let him research it, find what Parker, the corrections he made to it, and take care of it next meeting.
These minutes have still not been approved, that's my point.
There it is.
Anything done during that time.
That's what we talked about that night.
Yeah, there's the one where she
Yeah.
wrote it down. I've got that.
The City of Cumberland, Kentucky authorizes the mayor in his capacity as mayor to review and sign the necessary documents that may be required for said application. That's all that I see that I
And what we
had.
marked out.
Yeah,
right
was
there.
additionally Carl Hatfield and completion of the project was all marked out.
Hayden.
Carla made the motion and Miss Elliott seconded it with those changes.
We have a copy of that.
Yeah. If you can read my writing.
Pretty sure that one with no signatures is the same thing.
yeah, this is the same one right here.
Okay, so we'll just keep this one.
That's,
That's my copy.
Oh, I'm
That's
sorry.
the corrected copy you got there?
Okay.
Yeah, 'cause she went back and got it one month, but I guess the wrong thing's been put in our book, so who's to say the wrong thing wasn't sent to these
Well, if
places?
it's in that book, it makes you
It's
wonder
in-
if it
out
wasn't
of that
seen
book,
yet.
that's where you get it from.
When did we get that one, David, the corrected one, do you remember?
We should
Was
send
it last one?
corrected
It
version.
may have been December, could have been November. You gave me the paper clip, remember?
Yeah.
So I could paper clip it together.
I even see outlines of paper clips. on it.
Yeah.
Dave.
Thank you, Robert. You're gonna get more exercise in Zumba.
Get more exercise in Zumba.
okay, now,
What's the Zumba, Teresa?
what's the problem? Is it that solve the problem?
We need the
Well, that
new.
other one needs to be out of that book, and that one needs to be in there, yeah.
We still need to approve the minutes from
The one that's in the
September the
book needs to
11th.
be replaced with that one, since we already voted for the changes.
Then there's a copy of Carolyn's correction she wants in this
We
segment.
got it sometime.
Okay, let's go ahead with tonight's meeting, the minutes for today that we're looking at, okay?
I had,
What were the other items that you wanted to,
on the very last page, under the motion to adjourn, it was made by Carolyn Elloitt.
We did change that one.
Change that one. And I've wrote down notes. I don't necessarily need to put it in there, but if you're gonna put what the council comments were, you might wanna put what each person talked about.
Yeah.
Under mine, and I would like, if I need to make a motion to add this to the minutes, I will. I expressed that I'd like department heads to attend the meetings to give reports or to place monthly reports in our boxes before the meetings.
And on the one for mine, it's, I put on there, the minutes that I had was that, I wanted you to check all contractors that are working for the city, make sure they got the proper certifications and provide the copies of their certifications. Yeah, because we had one that was wrong. And you're dealing with planning and zoning and all that, those have to be right, or if they take it to court, it'll all be thrown out.
I never did. It's in there somewhere.
okay, any other corrections to tonight's meeting, minutes that we're dealing with now?
That's all the ones I saw.
Okay, if there's not any more, I'm making a motion, we just move on to the,
One
Until
more.
they won't do the bank.
Huh?
They won't do the bank thing if these aren't correct. Passed tonight.
Well,
I've got one more on the minutes, I'm sorry.
okay, no, go ahead.
Miss Elliott, when she, on her council comments, and I feel like this is something we definitely need to put in there, is she said we need to do something for Norma Bowyer in remembrance of her, and that wasn't in there. And if we could get that in there, because that's something definitely we need to look at again sometime in the future. I think that was the only other thing I saw, other than what David even mentioned that I had noticed too.
You got all the changes, Raleigh?
Yeah, we can use them that David finished.
Yeah.
That's where they're all at. Other than this one right here that was just added.
And most of the comments that they're making now will be or in the minutes for next meeting, right? So we won't have to be concerned with that, dotting our I's and crossing our T's and that kind of stuff. But one other thing I'd like to mention at this point now, keep in mind, the minutes are guides. They're just a guideline. The resolutions, the motions, and the ordinances, they are the laws, okay? So they are really the primary factors when you're dealing with minutes and motions and ordinances and things. But the minutes are just more like an index telling you which of those things were approved and everything. But you've got the resolution, the ordinances, and things in your hand, which is the law. So, okay, if any other corrections to be made to the December 11, 2013, 2012 minutes. If they're not, I accept the motion to approve.
You want us to make a motion to approve these minutes with the corrections?
Right.
And we'll
Yes,
have
sir.
the corrections.
The corrections will be made, and it'll be in the minutes that everything you're saying here tonight will be in the minutes next meeting.
One other thing.
When you make a motion, I want you to specifically name the ones you want.
One other thing before we make the motion, it also left off that you had your comments in the last council meeting. It went straight from motion carried on the second page towards the bottom. It says next was council comments, but you had your comments before we made our comments.
I didn't see that.
Just mayor.
Just, yeah, and instead of next was, right before that, if you'll just add mayor had his comments or made his comments or. Cause that was like you didn't even tell us nothing, Carl.
Where was this at?
It's on second page, towards the very bottom.
She wrote that added that you
Yeah.
didn't make comments.
Where it says next was council comments, it's third line from the bottom. Before that, you made your
Doesn't have the mayor's
comments.
Mine's just got, last line was Leslie Bush.
No, go three up,
Right
three
here.
from the bottom.
Put it
Yeah.
right here.
Was
Insert it.
say
Yeah.
Above
mayor's
hers.
comment.
Yeah, you made your comments, it looks like you didn't even make no comments that night, Carl.
Oh.
So we gotta get them in there.
Just mayor's comment.
Oh, you're just changing that to include.
Well, don't even change it, just right above that
add
line,
it.
if you just put
Okay.
mayor had made comments, or,
Whatever
yeah,
comments that you
yeah.
made that night.
Yeah, just right above that one line.
I'm not sure. But I covered all the corrections that everybody else did.
Have a motion? Have a motion to approve? Or a motion cancel, discard, or
I
what?
make a motion to approve them with the corrections, but we need to note all of the corrections, and I just have what, I noticed, and things like there's others here too.
Well, yeah.
December the 11th and also September the 11th.
Yeah, December the 11th and September the 11th.
Did we approve October 9th?
Let me go back.
I don't think so.
The only ones we approved at the last one was October 4th and November 13th. We still had not approved at that point September 11th, 13th, or October 9th. So what I
But
got-
we have September the 11th here
Okay.
for the corrections to be
Okay.
made. I've got those.
I'll make a motion,
So
we
that was
approve the
halfway
minutes
done.
with the corrections for December the 11th and September the 11th. Have those they'll be in the next council meeting, minutes, I'm assuming. as well as you need to correct that. I think that resolution should be, since it was in the minutes, should reflect the same. That's why we made the changes during the minutes.
You said to approve which ones? The last ones
December
in
the 11th and September
September
the 11th.
11th.
Which ones, Leslie, did you say we hadn't approved yet?
I'm gonna go back.
What's the name?
The last meeting I have down in my notes, we approved October 4th and November the 13th. And then we still had not decided September the 11th, and that's the one Charles just made a motion for.
So that would knock that.
And then we still have not approved September 13th and October 9th. From what I had down in my notes from last meeting. So we're getting them.
That's December the 11th to September the 11th, so.
Is one
I
we
made a
just
motion.
made, yeah.
If somebody wants to second
I
it.
don't even have a copy of the 13th or the 9th here tonight.
I didn't go on those. I didn't make the motion for those.
No, I mean,
Oh, I
she
thought
said
that's
we
what you
had,
was asking
no,
me.
she said we hadn't approved them yet. No, they're not even in the packet now.
We have started putting a little note on the minutes, you know, if you see something wrong with them, like, I've told them to get the minutes out tomorrow and in your trays over there.
Mm-hmm.
And if you see anything wrong with them day after tomorrow, or as soon as you notice it, make a note, come by and make corrections then, so that when we prepare them. But with this new system, I don't think we'll have that
Well,
problem
if we
anymore.
do, as long as you put them like in our boxes,
We're trying to get them
we'll
to
let you
you.
know before the council meeting,
Yeah.
we'll let it go faster.
Yeah, 'cause we can't sit here all night long and go over this stuff, you know, every meeting like this, you know. And
I think this will make it a lot quicker.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
But anyway, that's the motion I have on the floor for those two.
Okay, read the motion back so that we make, that there's no doubt that we don't, make sure we understand it, okay?
Raleigh made a motion to approve the minutes with corrections of September the 11th of 2012 and December the 11th of 2012.
I don't even know what I done with mine.
Just the two, right?
Yeah,
September
just
and
That's the two
December.
you were really needing, and
Well, who was talking about October the 9th and the 4th?
I mentioned those because
They
they've
just
never.
mentioned
Yeah, we
those,
just said
don't
we've not approved those. The October 9th and September 13th, we've still not approved those yet.
So,
So we're getting them.
Make a motion
slowly
then,
but surely.
David, to have those for next meeting to approve.
no,
We want to
put it on
second.
Charles's.
Okay, I'll make a motion for December the 11th, 2012, September the 11th, 2012, minutes with corrections. And added to that motion will be October the 9th,
September
September
13th.
September the 13th.
What are the changes that we want?
They haven't been approved yet, right?
Correct.
They've never been
Yeah.
corrected.
September 13th and October 9th, we've still, according to what I've got written down, we still have not done.
Do you all have any notes on the corrections you wanted in
I
them?
think. I want to say
Do you
that
know?
we discussed those. The October 9th we would have discussed in
Let
November.
us put those in your box. Make the motion that we put those in your box. Then you look at them and tell us what the corrections
Let's,
are.
I got them
somewhere.
And then include that in my motion.
Yeah, to
Leslie
be
said she
reviewed.
thought she might have it.
Let's see.
I can give you my note.
I'm sure they'd sit here and hold their council make mine look fine. So I don't know. Let me look at this. There's-
You know, I hate to have all the
Yeah,
people sitting here
yeah.
waiting for us to conduct
I agree.
business.
Can you just go ahead and type them up and put them in the boxes and let us review them and make any changes?
If you make a motion to that effect.
I'll put that on my motion as well. That way you can get them typed up and we can look at them. Anybody that has any changes could, they can make them. I don't have my notes with me on those particulars.
We will be putting it in, like I have been, placing any kind of a news or any significant events in your boxes over there. We'll start putting the minutes
Ahead of time.
Right, as soon as we can get them fixed this week, if possible.
Yeah, it'll save a lot of, with the new system, I believe you'll be all right too. I know she needs a digital recorder. She's having to switch tape to that right now. Those old cassettes are getting hard to come by.
Yep.
And I've never sat and listened to that one, but I imagine it's pretty static.
You have to have a headset
Got a screen to
to
it.
read it, to type them,
Well, you can take this little thing right here and make your CD,
Yeah,
DVD.
you can
I
burn
do
a
it
CD.
after every meeting.
That's what we're gonna do with this one right here. Everything.
Is that the cities?
No, that's mine.
Well,
And that-
the reason I say if you need to,
Yeah, we'll probably get one like that.
it's a good recorder.
Yeah, CDs around there.
You can burn CDs to it and have them on file. I don't know how that's, I know it has to be paper, but at least you have it as a backup.
I can't
And
put
it
my
gets so
hands
much
on
more,
all
you
of it
could
right
probably
now.
put 4 or 5 meetings on one.
Yeah,
You
I'd
put
say
more
so.
than that, Charles.
I know, it's a lot. I was just guessing, but
I
it's a
had
lot.
about 12 meetings on it.
This one has 9 on it right now.
And that was 1 4-hour meeting. I'm sorry, I can't put my hands on them right now for the September 13th and October 9th, sorry. So
Oh,
if we
we'll-
wanna, just
Go
go
ahead.
ahead and do those other ones.
We'll find the copies.
Okay,
September the 9th,
September 13th and October 9th.
I got it.
I told her to add that to my motion.
Yeah, just put a
Put 'em in
slash.
boxes.
okay, we got a motion made. Read the motion one more time.
Raleigh made a motion to approve minutes with corrections on September the 11th and December the 11th of 2012. Review October the 9th and 13th, 2012 minutes for corrections.
September 13th,
Yeah, what did I say?
October.
Yeah, September. And October 9th.
I second the motion.
Okay. Motion's been made as it's read. It's been by Charles Raleigh, second by David Dixon. All those in favor so indicate by saying aye. Opposed? Nay. Motion carried.
What minutes we got next October,
Financial state.
we got October 4th?
Those are the ones we approved
Yeah,
last.
we approved those last time, yeah,
Okay.
October
That
4th. yeah.
Changes are underlined.
Okay, I got you.
Yep.
Was there something that you needed to discuss?
I was waiting on approval of last minute so we could get those to the Bank of Harlan, get that loan or the cash flow started, line of
For the
credit.
FEMA project.
And
We
then,
did that just now, right?
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
Just
right.
did.
And Dan will need, he couldn't make it, now he's got class. Dan will need Robin and the mayor to come down and sign the loan application, set up the account.
If we get these minutes corrected and acceptable, we'll be right there.
Well, I think they're approved, so I think that's.
We've
right.
got
them
They've been
accepted, we
approved,
just
so that's
have
all
to
he
type
needs,
them.
and,
Just type them up.
That's all he was waiting for, and
I hope so.
sorry to interrupt.
Okay. Okay, the next item is the financial statements.
Looking at the general fund front page where it shows our income for the month, and it has surplus police car $100. We were supposed to have been paid $700.
Actually, the course was $800, there was $100 paid on it, and then for some reason, payments were let to be paid that we didn't agree to, and then it only shows here $100, so the car only sold for $200? Where did the other 600 go for the car?
What are you talking to? The police car that we sold?
Mhm.
The surplus truck.
No, the police
Okay.
car.
Police
The
car.
police car, okay.
What about Benny's check? He just
The,
signed it
the
back.
council member, you know, bought that car from us. And I let him buy the car. He paid $100 down with the agreement that he would not accept his $600 for the council pay. And then he paid the other $100 just last month, when we kept his council pay. So
But it's not reflected.
The money should be shown on the income that it came back in after
Well-
the check was issued.
Well, actually, the check, we didn't issue the check. We just didn't issue him the $600 for his council meetings. So the money stayed in the general fund, and the $100 there you see is his balance of the $800 that he owed on the car. Because he paid $100 when he got the old car, then we kept his $600 for the council.
How did the agreement come back to let him even pay payments? Because we were supposed to sell that for $800
Well,
cash.
he was without a car, and it was my fault because I kind of trusted the man, and I took it upon myself. But I would make sure that the city would never lose a dime, and the city didn't lose a dime. But I'm sorry about that, and
Okay, so if we don't reflect it on here though,
the money was never taken out of the general fund
But you sold an item for $600.
for $800.
Okay, I'm gonna say 600, because that's what's owed. You sold an item for $600. You only got 100. Somewhere in the book, somewhere, it should show that $500 has not been paid. You can't just keep money in there without paying it out.
yeah, I mean, it's gonna throw the budget from, it's gonna look like the money was saved during the year.
It's gonna look
when
like somebody put
we
that
should have
money
paid
in
it
your
out
pocket
and
in
put it
this
back in.
office. That's what it looks like.
Is
on
the
record.
$600 check that he was
I got the check
issued
in
or
there.
supposed to be issued, is that reflected in the council pay of $3,610?
Yes.
It is.
So then it should be reflected back over here that we encumbered that
Put it back into the-
$600.
It's easier to do it than it is to sit here and try to explain it. So go in there and write a check for $600 and mark Boyd on it.
Well, got it.
Yeah,
Where I
okay.
wrote him a check.
You did write him a check out of
He
general fund.
signed it back over to the city.
Yeah.
Okay.
So was the check he signed to the city, did he sign it on the back for you to put back into the bank
But
account?
you can't do that, because it's made out to him.
But you still
Made out
have.
to be,
He's
yeah,
got
I've got
the
it
check,
in
yeah.
there. It's attached
So
to
it's
the daily
basically
sheet.
a check sitting there that could be cashed.
'Cause
No,
that's-
I got Boyd on it, on my
Okay.
signature. No. It's attached to the daily sheet. I can show it to y'all.
We should never let that
You don't let
happen.
them see it.
Well, yeah, show it to him. Yeah, I'd appreciate it.
It's not the showing, it's the matter of
So it's gonna
record
look
keeping.
in Robin's
It's a
bank
matter
book
of-
that
of
$600 was never
having-
cashed?